In this video, I'm going to be explaining what I would do if I had to make six figures all over again at the age of 19. If you guys don't know me, I made six figures at 19, $500,000 at 20, and seven figures at 21. Nothing crazy. Relax, guys. Actually, relax. Stop. It's actually nothing crazy. Like, young boy was a millionaire at 16, okay? So I'm going to explain how I would hit six figures all over again if I had to start from scratch right now. And yeah, so keep in mind, I'm going to be explaining this for a clothing brand, but if you are doing e-commerce, drop shipping, growth operating, whatever the case, anything online, it should work because everything is usually the same. So I'm gonna say this in considering that you're starting a clothing brand, but this can apply for anything else. Okay. Number one, okay, I would choose a niche. Obviously, for me, it was clothing, but for you guys, it can be drop shipping, whatever. But the important part here is you need to choose something that you think you're gonna be good at. Okay. For example, I have a lot of clients that how do I be nice about this? I can't, okay? They have no creative brain cell in their prefrontal cortex, right? And they want to start a clothing brand. And I don't understand it. I genuinely don't. It's just like, how are you like 5'2" and you want to go get into the NBA? You know what I'm trying to say? It's like the same exact thing. Like, how are you going to be like Asian and not be good at math? That's me, by the way. But I'm an exception. But, it's kind of things like that. It's just like, how are you not going to be creative and you want to start something which, the main basis of the business succeeding is to be creative? You know what I'm trying to say? Same thing with music, art. If you're not creative, why are you doing it? Same exact thing, okay? Personally, for me, I did art when I was young. I was doing painting and drawing when I was younger, but I quit because the art teacher kept telling me what to do, and I had a huge ego since I was a little kid. So I was like, bro, who does this teacher think she is? And I quit after like 2 weeks. Because, bro, you know what's crazy? This is the reason why, okay, for me personally, like, art was not my thing. It was my thing, but I quit because of the teacher. But she kept making me draw the same exact part, like same exact area, like 50 times for like 3 weeks straight. And I've only been there for 2 weeks. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what am I doing? So I quit that shit, obviously. But what I'm trying to make is I liked art. I liked creative things. I liked making things. I feel like I'm decently creative compared to the average person. So that's the reason why I thought clothing was going to be good for me, because obviously it's a creative thing, right? So if you guys have no creative brain cell, okay, you're like a numbers guy, like a accounting type of guy, do accounting, bro. Okay, don't do clothing, because I've tried working with clients that have no creative brain cell, and don't do it, bro. Like, trust me, like, it's just not worth it, bro. So don't do that. But you want to choose something that you're good at, or you think you're going to be good at. Obviously, you can't lie to yourself. I mean, you can, I guess, but you're going to know yourself the best. So I can recommend something for you, but deep down inside, you would know if you are going to be good at that. So that is the first thing, is you need to choose a niche or something that you think you're going to be good at. Number two, I would start off with $3,000 to $4,000. Okay. When I first started my clothing brand, I had $1,000 to my name. But it definitely did limit me a lot because of the fact that I couldn't spend money. I didn't have any cash flow. I had to do everything from a very broke, standpoint. If I had an abundant mindset and abundant decision-making abilities because I had money, I would have made money. I would hit six figures within 6 months. You know what I'm trying to say? So, the main problem I had was like cash flow. I didn't have money, but I feel like most people have to deal with that when they're first starting out. Personally, for me, I don't come from a rich family. Yes, I'm Asian, but I don't know how that correlates to me being rich. Okay, I've gotten that comment a lot. This guy's Asian, so this guy's parents is rich, but I don't know how that works. Okay, like, what? Is that not racist? All right. Anyways, so for me personally, if I had to start all over again, I would save up $3,000 to $5,000 by working at a job, McDonald's, whatever. Okay, if you're gonna sit here and tell me you can't get a job at McDonald's, you can't get a job at a restaurant, you can't start a clothing brand or a business and succeed with it. I'm sorry. Okay. Like, obviously, having working with minimum wage jobs is not ideal, but if you can't even work a minimum wage job, how are you going to run a business? Are you dumb? Like, it doesn't work like that. So work a job, McDonald's, whatever the case may be, save up at least $3,000 to $5,000. It should take 3 months if you work at a restaurant, for example, and you get tip. So save up money, okay, $3,000 to $5,000. Third thing I would do, which it's controversial, I get it, but I don't know why it is, but I just think it's because of this industry. But I would buy a course or a mentorship or a program or whatever. I would buy an info product, okay? And I'm not trying to sell anything, okay? I'm not gonna name any of my products that I sell in this video, because I don't care. I get 5 views on my second channel. But the reason why this is important, hear me out, okay? Okay, hear me out. Before you jump into conclusions, hear me out. The reason why you should buy a course or a mentorship or a program, right? You're starting a business, or you're going into an industry you know nothing about, okay? You don't know nothing, because if you did know something, you would have made money already. So you don't know nothing about this business. You haven't learned the skills yet to actually, thrive in this business. And it's going to take a long time for you to actually learn these skills, see what works, what doesn't, and, just keep working on your business. Okay. So for example, for me, I'm a very good example. I never bought a course or a mentorship ever in my life for my clothing brand. Never. Okay. And even if I wanted to, it wasn't available. So I couldn't. So it wasn't like I didn't want to, I just couldn't, because it wasn't available when I first started my clothing brand, because I started like 3 years ago. So it's been a minute. But back then, clothing brand wasn't as popular as it is now. So, I didn't have any courses, any programs, or any mentorships that I can buy. Like it wasn't even something that crossed my mind because nobody talked about it. Okay. So maybe if there was a couple clothing brand owners on YouTube that sold a course, mentorship, whatever, I might have, thought about it. But I couldn't even think about it because I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. And I was young too. So the reason why this is a cheat code, if you use it correctly, okay, this is if, okay, it could actually be the opposite effect depending on the type of person you are. So if you are a PUSSY, spell it out, PUSSY, this is going to be the worst thing that you can do, okay, because it's going to make you quit and you're going to lose so much money. So the reason why this is pretty much a cheat code if you use it correctly is because you're pretty much getting access to information, which, fun fact, that's the only difference between me and you, is information and action. Okay, so action, you have to take the action, so that's on you. But the information part, you can just buy that off somebody. You know what I'm trying to say? Or, buy it off, like get a mentorship or whatever the case may be. So that's the reason why it's so powerful and so useful, because you're going into an industry you don't know nothing about. Yes, there is free information online, like my videos, other YouTubers, but there's also a lot of BS on top of it. And fun fact, most of my videos are very surface level. Okay, so obviously I do give out a lot of sauce, but it's not like too much to the point where they can just watch my videos and hit 6 figures. Okay, most of you guys could watch all of my videos and hit like 5 figures, but it's not enough to hit like 6 figures, if that makes any sense. So that's the reason why you guys should buy a course, mentorship, etc. You guys shouldn't buy it if you are a PUSSY. The reason why is because if somebody tells you this much information and gives you a lot of information on what to do, the PUSSYs, what they usually do is they quit because it's so much information. They don't have a work ethic and they're just not like that. Okay. So if you're like that, which hopefully you are because you're watching my videos, buy a course, mentorship, whatever. It doesn't even need to be expensive, bro. Like, you guys don't understand. Like most of these courses are not like crazy expensive. I'm not sure for clothing, but I'm pretty sure for most courses or programs, it's like $50, $100, even if it's 1,000 or even if it's 3K, 5K, like that's a lot of information you're getting, you know what I'm trying to say? So I would definitely recommend it depending on your budget. So for example, if you don't have money, then don't buy an expensive one. If you have money, then buy an expensive one. But obviously, the more money you pay, usually, if you buy it from the right person, you'll get more information and more personalized guidance for your clothing brand, okay, or for your business. So that is a third thing that I would do, is I would buy a course, mentorship, whatever, program, so I can get ahead of everybody, because, why would I start in the same spot as everybody else when I can pay my way to be 50 meters ahead of everybody? You know what I'm trying to say? So that's that. And finally, I would pretty much just lock myself in a room and work for 3 months straight without having anybody bother me, any excuses to go out, and just work on my business every single day. Okay. This is what a lot of people call monk mode. Okay. Do you need to shave your head and become a monk? No, you don't. Okay. It might be good, but I'm gonna be honest. I shaved my head last summer. Not worth it, bro. They don't like that. Trust me, they don't like it. Unless you're a model and you look good with every haircut, but I don't look bald. I don't look good bald. So anyways, back to the point. Pretty much I would lock myself in a room for 3 months and just work on my business and start it. That is what I did when I first started my clothing brand. You know what I'm trying to say? Just locked myself in a room, didn't do anything. I didn't hang out with anybody and just worked on my business every single day. Okay. And so those are the basic given, I guess, fundamentals that I would implement into my life if I had to start all over again. One thing you guys have to realize, coming from somebody that has hit 6 figures within 1 year with his business, and fun fact, I also started a second brand and I hit 6 figures within 3 months. So, the number 6 is very familiar to me. You feel me? I have 3 businesses that has hit 6 figures. So, wait, 666. Okay. Okay. My bad. But one thing you guys have to realize is, it's going to take a long time for you to hit 6 figures, in a sense where most of you guys are not going to hit 6 figures right away. Okay. So don't rush into things. You feel me? I do understand that speed is very important. However, like, for example, especially for clothing, you can't rush into things because, for example, if the manufacturer takes a month for like them to actually make something. Like you can't rush into that. You can't force them to make it in a day. It doesn't make sense. You feel me? So it's gonna take time. And before I end the video, one thing I want to mention is most of you guys, okay, usually this is how, I don't know why, but this is usually how it works, is you're probably gonna make like $1,000 per month, boom, 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 and then suddenly it's like 50K, suddenly it's like 20K, suddenly it's like 30K. Okay, that is what happened for me. So I was making around my bad. I'm sick, by the way. That's the reason why I sound like this. But I was making like $3,000-$4,000 per month with my clothing brand, and then I was consistent like that for a while, and then boom, 30K, and then consistent 30K. Okay, so that's kind of how it worked for me. Some people it's like $0, boom, 10K, boom, 50K. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just like those little hits. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. And one thing, you know, I also want you guys to keep in mind is you can't fail if you quit. You feel me? Or you can't fail if you don't quit. Yeah, that's what I meant. Because if you keep going, you're not quitting. So you're eventually going to make it. Obviously, like I said earlier, if you're not a creative person, because, you know, for some of you guys, clothing brand or whatever business you're trying to do, it's not meant for you. You feel me? So for example, for me, I thought I was going to become a millionaire off stocks, and then that failed. And then I did reselling, and then that failed. I did drop shipping, and that failed. You know what I'm trying to say? So I did so many businesses that I thought that was going to make me rich. But, you know, I didn't know clothing was going to be one of them, obviously. So yeah, I would recommend just kind of be a little bit detached from the results. You feel me? Detached from the progress. Just put the work in. You know what I'm trying to say? If you're not getting any sales, any results, and you've been doing it for so long, I would really recommend you join like a program or a mentorship or a community, because they can give you other insights from a third person's perspective. You feel me? So for example, I'll give a great example, right? For my, I guess, info product space. So if you guys don't know, I have like an ebook, I have a school community, I have programs, etc. You know, to be honest with you, like I'm not like promoting it as much, because I don't need to, like, that's not my main source of income. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't need to make money from it. So if you go to my website, it's literally just like a product page, nothing crazy, no VSL, no nothing crazy. And I realized that I've been too one-dimensional. Like I've been too one first perspective, because I didn't look from a third person's perspective. Because, you know, if I was somebody else and I clicked on the website, I'd be like, bro, what is this? Why is this like this? You know what I'm trying to say? So same thing with your business. You guys might think it's good, but I promise you it's probably not, because if it was good, you would have gotten results already. So if you are in a stage where you're stuck, I would really recommend you ask somebody else that is credible to give you more advice. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said earlier, I'm not really promoting anything, but I will release like a very affordable option for clothing brand owners. So if you guys are a clothing brand owner and you guys want to start a clothing brand, and you guys literally have no money, or, you know, you guys don't want to spend money on info products, whatever, I'm making it so cheap and so affordable to the point where you have to buy it, or like you don't have to buy it, but like you have no excuse not to buy it. You know what I'm trying to say? So obviously, if you're doing good already, don't buy it. You don't need it. But, you know, if you're not making as much and you want to be where I am at for my business, it's coming soon. I can't give you a specific date, but I'm working on it right now. I'm gonna put so much value for the price. You guys literally have no excuses, because I'm sick and tired, bro. I'm sick and tired of y'all making so many excuses. I'm just like, bro, like, you know what I'm trying to say? So, you know, look forward to that. I'll probably announce it sometime soon, next couple weeks. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video.